So today I wanted to share one of my favorite quotes that actually came from one of my favorite comic book characters of all time, and also a very fun game that I did enjoy. So before you guys, cut off and all that stuff, just take a moment, hear it out, and maybe it'll resonate with you as well.
What makes you think I'm anything like you? You wanted to do what I did. End those criminals forever. That's true. I didn't want to admit it, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel that way. I knew it. But that's human. Anger, wanting revenge. It's not wrong to feel emotions like that. It's wrong to act on them.
This quote specifically changed my entire perspective on negative emotions as a whole, because I feel like growing up we were easily taught to like gaslight ourselves at a very young age with phrases like, "Oh, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me." And a lot of times that's really just not true, because words can hurt if they come from the right person. Words can cut deep. Words have an effect, on more of an effect than we would like to admit at times. Oftentimes these words do come from people who claim they love us, but they'll try to condition us to just take everything, in, and to not feel a certain type of way about it, about the things that they say, so they don't have to take accountability for any harm they may have caused. A lot of times people just really want to be able to say whatever they want to you, and sometimes that's really just not not sometimes, that's really just not the case altogether. Some people genuinely hate, you know pretending to be a kind person, because that's all they can do is pretend, because that's not who they are deep down inside. So they go around in a world where they have to go around and pretend to, care and put on a facade. They need a safe space to be able to project all that negativity out somewhere, because it has to go somewhere, right? And a lot of times it will be the people who mean them no harm that always catch the smoke for some reason. So when you're left, you know, with your negative emotions that was caused by them, because it's really just energy transference at the end of the day, it's up to you at that point to decide how you want to deal with it. And a lot of times we are justified for confronting these people for what they did, but since they don't want to take that responsibility, there's only so much you can do at the end of the day. These moments can leave us feeling betrayed, hurt, and just downright not ourselves, to the point where we want to enact justice in our own way. And honestly, what I've come to realize after years and years of gaslighting myself, saying I shouldn't feel this way, it's only ever harbored, you know, it's only ever caused certain emotions to just fester inside of me until I explode on the wrong person, or just implode on myself. And so what I really learned to start doing was to not internalize that type of, emotion, and not internalize those emotions, but to sit with them, really. You have to allow yourself to sit with certain emotions in order to properly allow them to be, because that's part of who we are. We're not just our negative emotions. A lot of times we'll be gaslit because we show our negative side, and they'll be like, "Oh, that's who you really are." When in actuality, they're the ones that push you to bring out that side of you. So it's not that that's who we are as people. It's the fact that we've been conditioned to our breaking point at times. And a huge part of growth is just choosing how you want to respond to things. Like for me, whenever I start to feel negative emotions, I usually start to journal, or I try to alchemize it, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's necessarily my spiritual gift right now, but what I've learned is that I can usually take those emotions and just put it towards something creative, whether it be making content or making videos like these, whenever they just come into my head, or just letting them flow and reflecting on them in the end. So, the next time you might feel that somebody is trying to project their negativity onto you, or try to get you to feel a certain type of way to get a reaction out of you, pause, take a minute, sit with those emotions, walk away if you need to. A lot of times you do need to walk away, and just figure out how to put that energy into something positive, into something constructive. You know, take the destructive energy that was projected onto you and turn it into something constructive, if that makes sense. A lot of people really just want to see you crash out because it'll justify how they treat you. And as long as you don't give them that, as long as you don't give them that reason, you have your power. You hold on to your power in the end. Nobody else can take your power from you. Take your power back, claim it, protect it.